Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Tonight on the Channel 2 News, the Bank of Saipan delivers Boost documents to a House panel that now wants to hear from the former head of finance. Also tonight, don't be alarmed, it's only a drill, but there could be some big sounds starting tomorrow as Confitma gets underway. And the weekend brings a special service to those who serve. The NMI celebrates Veterans Day. In sports, Solomon Islands is about to get an influx of athletes. What are the options to prevent malaria? Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
What's the move? What's the move?
Tangy pickles, slivered onions, tender pork covered in our delicious barbecue sauce, and topped on a home-style bun. Behold, the McRib. It's not just a sandwich, it's an experience altogether. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
More questions than answers so far about the CNMI Boost program, and even more questions are coming. This past week, the Bank of Saipan delivered a set of Boost documents to a House committee who is set to issue a new round of subpoenas. Let's put some of the questions they will no doubt be asking into context. The Boost program handed out about $17 million to a small number of companies, and some of these companies received multiple grants while many applications sat unreviewed in boxes. In fact, as Karen Callan, a Bank of Saipan employee, testified late last year, the first companies to turn in applications quickly moved to the bottom of the piles as new applications came in.
Can you just walk us through the process when you receive an application and you attach a checklist and then you put it into a box? What do you do? Do you label the box, or is it just a box with applications? Is there any labels on it saying
There are no
these
labels
were...
on. Oh, I'm sorry. We did label the boxes Rhoda, Tinian, Saipan, incubator applications, and nonprofit applications.
Okay, so you wouldn't even have dates on the box that would say these were applications received from a period of time?
None.
So would it be fair to say that the first group of applicants that submitted applications would probably be more on the bottom of the stack as opposed to the top of the stack?
Yes. We would leave the applications in a box.
The hard copies.
That's correct.
Only the hard copies.
The hard copies.
Okay.
Callan went on to tell the legislature that applications were then pulled or searched for based on requests.
Did you get requests for specific applications or for all of the applications?
I have. Not for all, just for specific.
For specific ones. Who requested specific applications?
Mr. Will Castro.
Just him?
Yes.
Which applications did he specifically request?
I can't recall.
Can you recall any that he specifically requested?
I know that I provided him a copy of the bank's application,
Okay.
and
He requested that?
that's correct.
Okay. But he requested others as well?
Yes, he has.
But you don't recall which ones?
I don't recall.
Would you have a record of that then?
Yes, I will.
The bank employee says thousands of applications came in under the fisher, farmer, and rancher category, and these applications were shared with non-government employees.
With respect to the FFR, who instructed you to give the applications to Miss Selena Sapp,
Mr. Will Castro.
Mr. Will Castro? And did you also give FFR applications to Mr. Shane Villanueva?
Yes, we did. Yes, I did.
Who else did you give FFR applications to?
There were a group of individuals in the conference room. I don't know their names, but Shane was there and Selena was there also.
How many FFR applications were received?
A lot.
Give
I
us
would say
an
maybe,
approximate
over 2,000-3,000
of
for all
FFR.
islands, I think, yes.
Bank of Saipan was the administrator for the program and also one of the applicants that received awards, along with a number of Bank of Saipan employees.
Do you own or have any businesses that have received Boost funding?
Yes, I have.
Could you please state the name of the business and how much did you?
The company name is Ocean 6 LLC, and we received 50,000 in award.
And do you know how many other Bank of Saipan employees have received Boost award?
Myself and one other, we own the company, so we received Boost awards, and then we have 2 employees whose spouses own the company, and they've received Boost awards also.
Okay, may I ask also what types of business did they apply as or apply for? And yours included.
Okay, mine is Ocean 6 is a grab and go restaurant. We offer lunch and catering. My other employee, yes. Theirs is a ground maintenance service. The other one is a music and recording studio. And I think the last one is I don't know if the word massage parlor is right or something to that effect. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
What do you think, or what do you think Will Castro meant when he messaged you, "I got your back, watch mine"? And why would he say that?
I don't know. I know that WhatsApp you're referring to, and I did read that. I didn't comment on that. I didn't know what to say of that.
Department of Commerce staffer Jesus Taisegui was one of the 3 decision makers on the Boost panel. One of the businesses he co-owned was Boosted, and a business associate received over $1 million of Boost money. One of the businesses, a tea shop in Garapan, also a horse business in Cagman, and another business planned to put a statue in the Marpi area. The bank employee was also asked about another key government employee who had family members whose business plans were boosted.
Now, there were instances in the text messages where the Secretary of Finance was asking to pick up checks for certain businesses. Did Mr. Atalig ever pick up checks for any business?
No, he didn't.
What happened in those cases?
In those cases, he did say that he would pick the checks up, but then he wouldn't come. The owners of the companies would come in and pick up the checks.
Okay, and who were the owners of those companies that picked up those checks?
His sister was one of them.
Okay, for Trove?
For the Trove. The Trove was one of them. His mother was one of them.
His mother. For which business?
Corey's Garden.
Okay.
And I believe his brother-in-law was one of them.
his brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Which one?
It was a fish mart or a fishing charter or something.
It's been 11 months since that testimony. This past week, the legislature received documents from the Bank of Saipan, and Ralph Umel, the chair of the House Boost Committee, says the next step is to bring in the former Secretary of Finance.
I believe the former Secretary of Finance is the last piece. I know we mentioned other people, but we need to hear testimonies from the former Secretary of Finance before moving forward with any other subpoenas.
So that will be the first one that you concentrate on?
Yes, that's correct.
Is he on island?
I believe so.
Okay.
A terrorist response training for first responders in Saipan will start tomorrow. This is Sean Cripps, an exercise planner for the Guam National Guard.
The CONFITMA exercise is a joint training exercise. It's designed to create the conditions to exceed the capability and capacity of local resources, which allows the emergency management to call for resources outside of Saipan. In this case, resources from the Guam National Guard, from the Utah National Guard, and also the Texas National Guard. These resources will be here exercising for the next week.
The training has a focus on weapons of mass destruction, chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, and high-yield explosives. This will be the first time the exercise has been held in Saipan since 2018. Explosions and other sounds can be heard around Garapan, Marpi, Susupi, and Aslito, where the exercises are occurring. This is Jack Diaz from CNMI Homeland Security Emergency Management.
Just to let the public know, there's going to be some explosions. First sight would be at the fishing base area, and that's we're going to set up cones and exercise signs so the public is aware that it is a drill or an exercise.
The exercises will start tomorrow and continue through the 17th.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month, plus a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Get your goods here with care and attention with Micronesia Air Cargo Services. MAX is all about connections. Daily flights to and from Guam, 4 times a week to Rota, and bi-weekly flights to Tinian. We are connecting the Marianas. Perishable goods, Home Depot furniture and appliances, even live animals, operating since 2013. Check out our Thursday special to Rota from Guam and Saipan. Call Max at 670-288-6227. If it fits, we'll take it.
One of the best addresses in Saipan has office space available now, right in the heart of things. The Marianas Business Plaza offers reasonable rates and can help build to suit your needs. You'll love the central location, just 15 minutes from the airport and 10 minutes from Garapan. Ample and covered parking keeps your vehicle close and protected. 2 restaurants for easy access, lunch, dinner and business meetings. Building security and 24-hour access to your office. Backup generators, so you can run your business in all weather. And 3 elevators mean easy and convenient access. It's the address in Saipan, the Marianas Business Plaza.
Our nation pauses each year to honor those who serve. In the NMI, signs of service are all around us, from the Veterans Cemetery in the Marpi area to the American Memorial Park and the North Field of Tinian. NMI residents who once were bystanders in a war between 2 superpowers now regularly send sons and daughters into military service around the world. Veterans were honored on Saturday in a solemn service at the American Memorial Park with a mixture of local soldiers and visitors, including retired Lieutenant Colonel Franklin Babauta.
There be no doubt that the task of being a service member is not a job that one may take up or put at pleasure. Many times we were tempted to quit when we find ourselves hard-pressed against the walls of our own mental and physical limitations. But with the support of our community and loved ones, our hearts true and our resolutions unwavering, we have learned to scale those walls and move on.
Babauta served 15 years in the Army National Guard. He was activated in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom and became the commander of Echo Company. Other overseas missions followed, and he retired in June of 2015 with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel.
On this Veterans Day, we like to share too for those who are still suffering or have some internal injuries or some that you don't see, but you can help in any way, shape or form, or any information you can share. That's my message on this Veterans Day, is to help one another.
The USS Shoup, a U.S. Navy guided missile destroyer in the midst of its first port call in Saipan. Timothy Winters is the executive officer on board.
It's really rewarding for us. The crew goes out for several months at a time, and it can be trying on them because life continues back home. And it's really great to receive their gratitude and know that when the ships return home or the soldiers return from deployment, our families and our fellow Americans are there for us, and they understand the sacrifices of the families and the service members, and they'll be here for us when we return.
Lieutenant Governor David Apatang retired with the rank of First Sergeant.
Every time this month comes around on this day, it really feels in the heart for all of us veterans, And this is not the only time we honor our vets. It should be every day that we honor our vets. To see what we can do to help our veterans, whether it be a mental issue or a medical issue, or other issues that they deserve to have. And we're really working on that to see that happens, along with Congressman Kalili Sablan, U.S. Representative. Our vets deserve better.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Gold's Gym, and today we're going to show you a Bulgarian split squat, a fantastic lower body exercise that should be a main staple in your training. Now the first thing we want to address is the rear foot placement. Now whether it's toes on or toes off, just find what's comfortable for you. The bigger issue we want to tackle is the height of the box or bench. You see, when you set up on a box or a bench that's too high, that inherently puts an aggressive stretch on the front of your hip. Oftentimes, that sensation will take away from the working leg, the leg that's on the floor. And when you start to add load in this faulty position, you're bound to run into some problems, particularly if you got some mobility restrictions. So Jamila's gonna set up. She's gonna descend with control, and from there, just stand tall.
Buenas sports fans.
Team NMI will head on Wednesday to the Pacific Games held in the Solomon Islands. The team will depart on a charter flight that goes from Saipan International to Guadalcanal. The Solomons receive about 4,000 visitors per quarter. That's every 3 months, and 40% of those are Australian who come to experience diving, traditional villages, fishing, eco lodges, and history. With 5,000 people coming in just for the 2 weeks of the Pacific Game, it is going to be a major event. Nick Gross is the chef de mission. He says malaria is one of the health concerns. Now, doxycycline is one of the preventative drugs that you can start taking before you arrive, prescribed to prevent malaria. But that drug can also lead to sun sensitivity, which is a concern if you are playing a sport that competes outside.
It's certainly not my place to dictate to anybody what they should do, in trying to make sure that we do the best we can to take care of our athletes and Team Marianas as a whole. I look at the advice coming from our physicians, and if there's a way to prevent malaria, right? I've never had malaria. I don't want to get malaria, but the advice has been to work with your physicians, work with your family doctors, and figure out what is happening, and it may be more sport specific. I know that with our football team or soccer team, it's certainly something that they're, you're weighing out the cost of the prevention versus is this going to affect our performance? Is this going to be something, where we are out in direct sunlight, for all of the competitions and things. And so I don't have a clear view. Again, some of that is just privacy, HIPAA type things, right? It's certainly up to each athlete with their family, and then from there with their national federation as to the approach they take. But I know that through the NMSA and myself as chef de mission, the advice that we have provided is that you should look into preventative measures.
In 2019, the Solomons ended their alignment with Taiwan and diplomatically recognized China. China has pumped in millions of dollars into the development of sporting facilities that will be used to host these games. The Pacific Games starts with opening ceremonies on November the 19th. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Taking a look at our weather tonight through Wednesday, partly cloudy with isolated showers and thunderstorms. We'll be seeing lows around 79 and highs around 88. East winds 10 to 20 miles per hour and a 20% chance of showers. High tide will be 2.1 feet at 6:44 p.m. this evening before going down to negative 0.2 feet at 1:56 a.m. tomorrow morning. High tide tomorrow morning will be 2.1 feet at 9:09 a.m. before going down to 1.5 feet at 2:08 p.m. later that evening.